So guys, in this particular video I'm going to show you exactly how to sew this dashiki blouse. In our previous video we saw exactly how to cut it, and now we are going to be sewing this. So please do stick with me or watch this particular video till the end to see exactly what you need about this, to learn all you need to learn. This is a very easy tutorial, but if you don't watch it till the end you might not get everything you want. And please, if it's your first time in my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell for more updates. I want to see you come back to my channel, and please don't forget to check out my other videos. I believe you love this top on me. Now let's move into the sewing part of it. So this is the front part of this particular top. In our previous video we already cut the neck depth, so remember to watch that previous video to see how we cut the neck depth. For the collar, I'm going to use my chalk to specify which one is front and back, that is the wrong side and the right side. So I'm chalking the wrong side with the chalk. Now I'm going to fold this like this, making sure the wrong side is inside. Now I'm going to place this like this, and that is how I'm going to be stitching this. Please take note, this particular fabric is turned to the right side, is on the right side. That is the fabric itself, the body of the cloth itself is on the right side. It's not on the wrong side, it's placed on the right side. So what I'm doing now is I'm getting a 1/2 inch line on the both triangle line I have here, or should I say four corner, I don't know, four corner or triangle line. I'm getting a half inch line that I'm going to be running all the way, because that is what I'm going to be stitching with. Why I'm doing this is for those of you that are finding it difficult to make this particular collar, and maybe you have been trying it over and over, you keep making mistakes. So these are little things you can do to help you get it right. So you can go ahead to use your chalk and mark out the lines you're going to be stitching on, so that it will not confuse you. Okay, so when you finish marking it out properly like this, you can now go ahead and take your fabric and pin on them, and then you stitch. So you can see how I finished marking it out. It's looking really nice. I'm going to be sewing on those lines. Now this part I'm covering like this, now this part I'm cutting like this is the part I'm going to be opening, or I'm going to be notching, to be able to turn this and get the final look of this particular collar. So it's necessary you do all this, it will help your sewing. Okay, for me, I can easily go ahead and just sew it normally and still get what I want. But for those of you that are learning, remember to always mark your lines. Okay, so it will help you a lot. You can see I've marked the lines that I'm going to be notching, and make sure you sew to that exact point where that line is, that place that line is hitting. You will stop your sewing on that point, stop the boat on that point, and so that when you are notching, you will notch it towards that exact line too, just the way you saw me rule it. Okay, yes, you are going to see when you sew down to this point, just hit it there, and then you do the same on the other side. So guys, I'm through with that. I'm through with the sewing. Now I will go ahead and take my time and notch this. Please, when you are notching it, don't notch it carelessly. Pay attention to your lines and notch. And for another tip I can give you, you might decide not to use 1/2 inch for your sewing. You can decide to use 0.35 or 0.25. Okay, that will save you more stress. You can decide not to use 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch is better when you are using a wider collar. So guys, after I finished notching it, this is it. I turned it to the back side, and this is how it's looking now. Now I'm going to place this in order, and you can see, can you see the exact difference now? Now I'll make sure that this collar is lapping each other well, then I'll go ahead and stitch. Very easy. So the next thing I will do is to take my pin and pin it down. So the pin part always works. If you are the type that don't like making use of the pin and will be finding it difficult to sew, I will advise you to start using your pins. It helps a lot. So when you turn this to the front side, this is how it's going to look. I have not finalized sewing this, so this is just me using the pin to pin and to show you what it's going to look like. So from there already you can see how neat this is looking. So now guys, I've through with the sewing, I've sewed it, and this is how it looks. Now I will go ahead and turn it to the front. I can decide to top stitch this, which always helps. Okay, you can decide to top stitch it just below like this, but I myself, I'm not going to top stitch because I like it the way it looks already. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is for the back neck. Now for the back neck, I'm going to get just similar measurements I have there, 4-inch wide and 10-inch long, but I'm going to take the neck, the size of my neck first of all. So I have about 9.5 here, so if I'm using 10-inch or 11-inch, it's okay. I'm going to be having excess, so I'm going to fold it inward like this, and I'm going to measure this to be very sure that it's okay, that is not too small. Now I have 2.5 or 2.025 here, which is a bit much, but I'm not bothered because I'm going to be sewing it inward. So I'll place it just like this and I'll pin it down. So I'm going to be starting from that exact point which I use my chalk on, that is on the neck. That is where the neck starts from. So on yours, when you are cutting, remember to notch. In case you end up mixing your neck up with your shoulder, always remember to notch. Okay, so you pin it down like this, then you take it to the sewing machine and sew it to that exact point, so that when you turn it inward, you're going to have it standing like this. Please take note, this particular fabric is on the right side too, so we are attaching this neck, this collar like this from the back, so that when you move it, you're going to be having a look, it's going to be falling to the back side. Okay, so now when you're through with that, you will place your fabric right side facing right side, wrong side facing wrong side. If you observe, you notice now that it's on both wrong side. Now you make sure that this is aligning properly like this. Just make sure everything aligns in order. Then you go ahead and sew by 1/2 inch. Okay, then take out the excess on the back neck. Remember to trim out that excess before you do your aligning, so that it will not cause any commotion in your work. So guys, this is it. After I finish doing it, it's neat and nice. Then for my pocket, I'm going to come down to my waistline. This is the back side, I'm still on the wrong side. I'm going to move down 1 inch from my waist point, that is from my half length. I'm going to come down by 1 inch. That 1 inch I'm coming down is to be able to give my pocket a point where it will start, so that I will not start exactly on the waist. So if I want it to be exactly on the waist, it can be from the waist or a bit beneath the waist. So now, but the next thing I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and notch. Okay, so I'm making sure that this is in order, so that when you finish sewing, everything will appear equal. You will not want to see scattered work. So now I will notch this part. I will notch the part of the 1 inch I came down, notch it on the both sides. Then when you're through with the notching, you will now turn your clothes to the front side. Okay, you turn it to the front side or you turn it to the right side. Guys, please, as you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the like and comment. Hit the like button and comment, so that some other person will equally see this video. So on the parts which I notched, I've equally used my chalk to chalk it out. So now for my pocket, I've equally gone ahead to turn my pocket inward like this, to give it a nice good finishing. Okay, it's not a must you do this. You can decide to do it while sewing. You can, so that you will have one seam round, but I'm okay with having double seam on mine. So I'm remeasuring exactly what I have. That is the 1 inch I came down from my waistline. I'm remeasuring to make sure that everything is in order and is standing on the same line. So you can see how I'm marking this. I'm marking this on the right side, not on the wrong side, because I'm attaching my pocket on the right side. So now I'm going to take my pocket and I'll place it just like this to meet. You can see how lovely it is sitting. I'll place this side. I'm making sure that the part that is facing up, that is the opening of the pocket, is well sealed, that I double stitched it, like I hemmed it twice. Okay, I didn't hem it once like the other part. So the next thing I will do is I'll check the side. I will check the excess I have on the side. Now here I have like 3 inch here, and here I have like 2.5. I'll make sure that it's the same thing on both sides. That is, the up is 3 inch, the down is around 2 inch or 2.5. That is how I got it. So making sure that both of them are having similar thing, the similar equal, because on the side I'm going to be using 1 inch to stitch it in. Okay, that is on the side of the fabric, the main blouse itself. I'm using 1 inch for the final seam. So when I'm sure that everything is in order now for the pocket, I will go ahead and pin it down. As you can see, the pinning it down gently to make sure it maintains its the line I placed it on. So when I'm through with the pinning, the next thing I will do is to take it to the sewing machine and stitch it 4 corners, okay, leaving just the head, the upper side, that is the opening part. So guys, this is it after I finish stitching it. We are almost through with this lovely top. It's really looking nice. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button as you are enjoying this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell for more updates. It's really necessary. Then for the sleeve, this is what we are going to do on the sleeve part. We are just going to turn it to the wrong side and we are going to hem it like this. You're going to hem it by 1, remember it's 1.5 we added as our hemming. You are hemming everything on this particular one because it's danshiki. The sleeve is together with the fabric, it is not separate. So you are taking in everything you added. So you will make use of whatever seam allowance you added and use it to hem. Okay, so when you finish hemming it, you will stitch it like this. You stitch it together normal. Then for the downside, that is this side, you're going to hem it also with a good amount of hemming. If it's 2 inch you have added, or 1.5, you use it to hem. So when you are through, you finalize by closing the both sides. That is the side of your beautiful top. So you close it by 1 inch. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do to beautify this our lovely top, I'm going to use this particular should I call it beads, to just finish on the lace. It came with this and it appeared on the other pocket, so I said I will cut it out and use on this other side so that it will have a complete work. So guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this particular tutorial. Don't forget to check out my other videos under the description box and equally see the sewing of this particular equally see the cutting video of this particular danshiki top. I have more nice tutorials to come. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell for more updates. And please, you can as well share the video for some other persons that want to see this. So guys, this is our finished work. Remember to take it to your iron and give it a nice press, and you have your beautiful look here. Thank you and see you in my next video. Bye.